So we have some relatively important New World news, which I think is very interesting. I'm a little bit worried that it might turn out that this might be a bug, but let's talk about all of the little bits of news that we've had right now. Now, little caveat again, I still have COVID. My voice might sound a little bit weird. I'm going to edit out any coughs and splutters, so don't worry about that. However, I feel mostly fine. So the first thing to note is if we jump into game very quickly and we go on the map, now you might see that we have on this server the Dynasty mutation, but also we have the Genesis mutation over here. That's very interesting. So we now have two mutations on this server at once that expire at the same time. The obvious question is this intentional? Is this a change where we're going to have two mutations ongoing all the time? Obviously, because they're going to add more and more dungeons, it would make sense to just not limit it to one dungeon, or expedition, I really should say. Now, I've been on the forums today and I haven't seen anything mentioned about this like from an official capacity. So there is a possibility that this is a mistake rather than an intentional change because it wasn't on the patch notes. However, I do think that this is actually a good change and I hope they stick with it. Basically, I hope this isn't a mistake, and even if it was a mistake, I think they should leave it, because once we've got 4 dungeons, yeah, it'd be nice to have the option of doing any, like, you know, 2 rather than just being stuck with the 1. Your next question then might be, well, when are we going to get the Tempest mutation? And of course, we actually have no proper indication of that. What we do know is that it has not launched, so people thought that it might turn up in just the rotation as normal. That's not going to be the case. As we can see here, we have yet to launch the Tempest mutation. Stay tuned. So presumably they are going to actually tell us when it launches rather than it just show up in the rotation. And as I said, a bit of me wonders if the 2 mutations at once is in preparation because of the Tempest mutation, and then obviously the Lost Dungeon that we're going to get in summer. Overall, I welcome this change. If it is a change that's intentional, I think it's good. I think it's positive. Now, just a little bit more on the news front. There was a patch that was announced last night that has gone live this morning, and you can see the fixes on the screen. A lot of them just relate to, well, people trying to cheese a expedition. But the one that's sort of important for the market and the economy, if you're interested in this kind of thing, is that bottom one where they say they have fixed an issue where certain elemental creatures granted incorrect rewards when gathered. If you're not aware what that was, when you got the elemental creatures, you were getting the elemental creatures and the moat. Presumably you're only going to get one or the other. Now that's interesting because that was actually a fix from the elemental creatures just not appearing at all and you were only ever getting moats, but then they made it so that you got both, and now they're hopefully making it so you only get one or the other like it used to be way back when, like originally. So not like a lot of news, it literally is just a speedy little update here. Hopefully this 2 mutation thing is permanent. I would like to see it become permanent. I think it's a good idea. Well, actually I thought they could just actually have all of the mutations available all at once. I think that would probably be a better system. Then people can like pick and choose where they get their enjoyment, but it is what it is. I'll accept this compromise for now. If you want to keep up to date with all the stuff that's going on in New World, then do like this video and subscribe to the channel. Come and follow me on Twitch because, as I said, when I don't have COVID I will probably be streaming again. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye.